What's up, guys? Welcome back to Soccer Recap Week 2. I'm here with Dezzi. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to be recapping everything about our predictions that we made last week and some new predictions this week and also news around the world.
Starting off in the Prem, the first game we're going to be talking about was Newcastle and Everton. Newcastle ended up swiping 3 points away from Everton.
Yeah, this was a big game, and we predicted that Newcastle was going to win. And you'll see this trend where we actually picked almost every game correctly. It's very impressive. But next up, West Ham versus Watford. We predicted this goes West Ham's way. It was 1-0, not as big as a deficit that we thought it would be, but 1-0, still got the prediction right. And then
the next game was Man United versus Burnley. United should have won. They really should have. They have a star team worth over $1 billion. They should have taken the 3 points, but
yeah. Burnley went away with the 1-1 tie. Harry Maguire had a shocking game. He disallowed a goal, and then he made 2 defensive mistakes that led to Burnley's goal. So, Man United not too happy with their captain right now, or former captain. And then moving on, Norwich City versus Crystal Palace. This was a tie as well. We thought this would go Crystal Palace's way. Your boy right here, Dezzi, talked about Zaha last week, and Zaha did score a stunner. Absolute curler from outside the box, but he also missed one of the worst PKs I've ever seen in my lifetime. It was horrible. Moving on to horrible, my Tottenham Spurs. We took an L to Southampton, 3-2. It was a tough game. Southampton scored in the 80th and 82nd minute, both back-to-back headers, really poor defending, and just like I said, Fraser Foster, their goalie, made big saves. And then after that, Man City and Brentford played. Just like we predicted, City took away the 3 points. It was a good game. Very predictable. Up next, Aston Villa versus Leeds United. Aston Villa down to 10 men, and they still managed to get a point between Leeds United. It was 3-3. Brilliant game, back and forth. Dan James put in a great performance for Leeds. Coutinho, moving from Barca, coming back to the Prem, did amazing. He had a goal and 2 assists. The other 2 came from 20-year-old Jacob Ramsey, very bright cam.
Yesterday we had our game of the week, Liverpool versus Leicester City. Liverpool ended up winning 2-0. Kevin, why don't you tell me more about this?
This game was crazy, and as we predicted, it was a very great game. Salah was on the bench, and Mane was out from AFCON, but Luis Diaz from Colombia, their new signing, did amazing. He did really good. Didn't get a goal, however. Both goals went to Diogo Jota, the Portuguese forward. That man is a scoring machine. But Kasper Schmeichel, we need to give props to him. He saved so many shots. There could have been so many more goals for Liverpool's way, and that game was crazy. And finally, Arsenal versus Wolves. This is a really good game. 1-0, Arsenal pulled through. Gabriel, their center back, scored a goal in the first half. And Arsenal did play with the man down for most of the second half, so a lot of defending. Wolves could not get the ball in the back of the net. They dominated the game in the second half when they had more players on the pitch. But, it was a hard-fought game. Arsenal, very interesting without Aubameyang. They just played Lacazette up top, who hasn't been too consistent, but I think he did pretty well. Moving over to La Liga, we predicted 2 games over the weekend, which is Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid versus Granada. First, we'll start with Barcelona. They won 4-2 versus Atletico, which sees them ahead with 1 point in the table. Dezzi predicted that Atletico would win. I predicted that Barca would win. It was a great game, back and forth. Barcelona definitely dominated. Jordi Alba with one of the best goals in his entire career. Goal of the month for sure. A volley, upper 90, beautiful. Overall dominant performance, and looks great for Barca. Adama Traore, the new signing, did very good. He got an assist, contributed. And Atletico just didn't look like their former selves.
Now, after that, let me talk about the best team in the world, Real Madrid versus Granada. So, Real Madrid holds their first place in La Liga. They managed to win 1-0 against Granada with the absence of Karim Benzema. Isco was playing the false 9, and they ended up winning with Marco Asensio banger.
Coming up next week, we also have Champions League football. It's back, finally, after a 2-3 month layoff. First up, PSG versus Real Madrid. This will be a very good game between 2 heavyweights in European football. PSG with Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, all those stars. Real Madrid, top of the table in La Liga. This will be a very interesting game. I can see this going both ways, but I'm going to give this to PSG. I feel like their attack will be too crucial and will play a really great role in this tie. What about you?
I personally think Real Madrid is going to win, even though PSG have, I think, the very best team in the world. But Real Madrid have been on top form lately. They just have to take it. I think they'll win the Champions League fully this year.
And coming up next, Sporting versus Man City. Sporting, Portuguese side, doing really well, but Man City, very big favorites to win the Champions League this year. I think this is going City's way. I can't see it any other way.
Yeah, same. I completely agree with you. Yeah, Sporting, round of 16. That's very far for them, but yeah.
Up next, we have an Austrian giant versus Bayern Munich, the German giants. This is going Bayern Munich's way, in my opinion. I mean, Bayern, also a big favorite. Very, very consistent in the Bundesliga. They've won it the last couple of years. In Champions League, they've always been going far. So I'm going to give this one to Bayern Munich.
I completely agree. Bayern should be taking the win. They've been winning the Bundesliga, I think, every single year now, right?
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah.
You know, so many stars, Robert Lewandowski, Muller.
Last game of the week, Inter versus Liverpool. I personally think it'll be going to Liverpool. They're doing really well in the Prem right now. They're in second place while Inter is first. They're both really in top form. They'll be battling it out in the round of 16.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dezzi. I think Liverpool's attack is way too solid, and their defense has been doing really good recently. So I agree with that. Liverpool, definitely, I see them going through as well. In other parts of the world, Juventus with their 2 new star signings, Dusan Vlahovic, who we covered last week, and their new signing, Denis Zakaria, who's a midfielder. They both got a goal. They won 2-0, which is really great for Juventus fans and players. And then moving on, Messi also scored his first goal of 2022 in Liga. It was a great goal. He chipped the goalie, and he's been receiving a lot of criticism. Dezzi's one of those who aren't a big fan, but he is the GOAT. And finally, AFCON tournament came to a conclusion. We saw Senegal versus Egypt. 2 stars, both for Liverpool, Sadio Mane for Senegal, and Mohamed Salah for Egypt. It was a great game. It ended up in PKs. Senegal won. Mane scored the game-winning PK. It was a great tournament and a great conclusion. Tune in next week to see if our results are right, and we'll talk about Champions League, all that stuff. We'll see you next time. Shout out to Gavyn once again. Peace.